Hey, what's up, guys? This is KDCloudy from a new location. As you can see, that's because I moved to a new city. I moved to Hyderabad, and this is like a temporary living situation. But this video is not about that. This video is about Hotstar and Disney and their crazy grand plan to conquer streaming. Well, initially I was gonna make this video just like about the new Hotstar beta version which has been surfacing on the internet. I installed the APK on this Android TV, and it's pretty good. It's got some new features. It's got a sleek new UI, and yeah, it's pretty good. As you can see, it's got some fancy new micro animations. It's got everything. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, while I was researching for this particular video, this particular app, I uncovered a bunch more interesting stuff, and it also answers the why. Why is Hotstar even like doing a platform overhaul now, and the real purpose behind it? And it's like really interesting. But before we start, we'll have to take a history lesson. Let's jump back to 2014 for a bit. Do any of you guys remember this ad?
Keep it calm, gonna keep it calm. Watch your Pepsi IPL on starsports.com.
So yeah, if you are an Indian who had conscious memory in 2014, you probably remember that ad. Mainly because of the catchy tune, I'll have to agree, but it's hard to forget what that ad was actually about. It was about the fact that Indian cricket fans, for the first time ever, could watch the Indian Premier League via the internet. They could stream the IPL on their laptops and their phones. It was kind of huge back then. And behind this, there was Star India, who held the IPL broadcasting rights, and they pumped a huge amount of money into their new streaming technological wing, which was called Novi Digital India Private Limited. And this company created starsports.com, this live sports streaming platform, which laid the foundations of what we know today as Hotstar. And yeah, in 2015, Hotstar was launched as its own separate platform. It went from just doing live sports to the fact that all of Star India's content was available right over there. And it was basically India's first streaming service. And you'll have to remember that there was no thing as an OTT market in India. Netflix wasn't available, Prime Video wasn't available. It was just Hotstar and YouTube, if that even counts. And even in 2016, they may continue to make some very good content moves, like licensing content from ABC and Showtime, and also HBO, which gave them exclusive rights to broadcast Game of Thrones in India. That was pretty huge. In fact, this gave them sort of a content moat. Like, Hotstar was the only platform you could watch the IPL and Game of Thrones for like a fraction of what Netflix charges. So yeah, everything was going fine and well for Hotstar, but right about in 2017, on the other side of the world, this guy, Bob Iger, wanted to build a streaming service for his own company. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a pretty, small company, Disney. Yeah. So yeah, Bob Iger and his friends decided that they would enter the streaming market as well. And for that, they would have to make two acquisitions, one for content and one for tech. For tech, they acquired a small company called BAMTech, similar to Novi Digital. This was basically now their US tech streaming wing, and they created the platform, which is Disney Plus, for the US and a bunch more other countries. They also acquired this behemoth media conglomerate called 20th Century Fox. And yeah, Star India and Hotstar are subsidiaries of 20th Century Fox. So after this acquisition, Disney now owned Hotstar, which is kind of obvious. You probably knew that already. They merged together, called Disney Plus Hotstar, in like 2020. So yeah, but yeah, when the dust settled after all of this, after these two acquisitions, Disney has 4 streaming services. You have US Disney Plus, which is Disney's home for all the Marvel, Pixar, all the kids content. You have Hulu, which is home to all of their not so kids content, R-rated content, adult content. And you have ESPN Plus, their separate platform just for sports. And then you have Hotstar, a platform which can do all of those three things in like a fraction of the price of Disney Plus's subscription. It's very easy to say that Disney has a very fragmented streaming strategy as of now. And it's kind of true. But I would say that they're in a unique position. It's their kind of a strength. They're targeting different segments in the entire OTT market. You have family content, you have adult content, like general content, and live sports. Three big pillars which they're focusing on. And they're offering three separate products in each and one product which covers them all in one subscription. And you also have to remember that Disney now has two teams who can build streaming platforms. The guys from India who built Hotstar and the guys in the US who built the US Disney Plus. It's kind of cool that an Indian platform is now like a world-class streaming service and is part of their actual streaming strategy. But if you look at the US Disney Plus app, it's very sleek, it's so nice, the UI is amazing, it's got good animations, the colors are nice, and it's got some amazing features like watch parties and IMAX enhanced and all these other stuff. And then you look at Hotstar. I don't want to say anything bad about Hotstar. I mean, like, they're providing what they're providing for like a fraction of a price, and it's like fully indigenous. But you have to remember that the streaming strategy sort of evolved from just being like a starsports.com to a platform where you can see everything. And you have to remember that the core product, the first version, was built in like 2015, and they did not have hindsight that the Hotstar platform would grow to be as big as it is today. So, I mean, the Hotstar guys definitely realized that, and in order to build a world-class platform for Disney, you have to start from the drawing board. You have to start from scratch. And that's exactly what they did. Enter Hotstar X. Hotstar X is nothing but a code name for this new version of front end they're building for Hotstar. I guess back end too, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's this new interface. I mean, it's right on my TV. Yeah, basically what they're doing is they're it's totally redesigned, of course, but they're using something called back end for front end, which means that simple changes to the front end will not require an app update. It's a server-side switch. So if you want to change any of those tabs, if you want to remove the sports tab, if you want to remove any of those widgets, you can do that with the server-side switch. You can see their tech conference keynote at React India. I'll link that conference keynote down below if you want to check it out better. But yeah, the main purpose of this is to scale. In fact, this particular app is already rolled out in the Middle East and like I think Egypt, and over there it's just called Disney Plus, not Hotstar, not Hulu, just Disney Plus, and it has all the star content, all this 20th Century Fox content minus the live sports. So Disney is clearly understanding what regions to serve, what content to, and what type of brand they want to choose, and what type of tech team they want to choose. Then they're constantly shuffling, and in fact they've created a completely new streaming service for Brazil. It's called Star Plus, and it's created by the US tech guys, the BAM tech guys, and it's very similar to the US Disney Plus, and it just has the 20th Century Fox content, the star content, and live sports, but no Disney Plus content. It's basically like Hulu and Hotstar combined with a new name. So it's very interesting to see how like different permutations of their tech and their content libraries they're doing to serve new markets, and like it's fascinating. I mean, they're really in a unique position to serve as many regions as they want with as much content as they want, and I mean, there's a pretty strong strategy, unlike what the others are doing. So yeah, that's basically it. This video was probably a little too excessively detailed than you would like it to be, but nevertheless, I enjoy talking about it. It was a pretty interesting subject to talk about, and I'm really looking forward to this new Hotstar version to drop into Indian production. And I really, really want to see IMAX enhanced soon in the upcoming betas. It's due for a long time. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm probably gonna make another video before the year ends. That's gonna be my Avatar 2 theatrical experience vlog review, whatever. And yeah, follow me on my socials, or don't if you don't want to. I don't know. That's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.